I hope that you can hear me well because I'm doing this from my phone. I thought I'd do this from my phone. I'm seeing there's already some amazing comments here. Good morning. I see you, ESC Ted. Curious to hear your opinion on it. Anna, so excited that Serbia is in at the very end. Let's see. Oh, where'd the comments go? Where'd the comments go? All right. Someone said Spain is too high in the odds to open the show. Mr. Askey says, I agree with Alicia. I think Ukraine will clean sweep everything. What else we got in here? Minal, Norway, Spain, Finland could have opened the show as well. Okay. Goliko says Serbia closing would be too drastic for a show closer. Curtis says, I just heard people being mad Serbia didn't close it. Okay. I think Serbia's spot's pretty good. All right. Well, we're here. We're live in the press room. As you can see, I think, let me just make sure my camera so I'm not showing too much. So I think we're cool with that. All right. Let's just kick off and just say, it's been a really interesting Eurovision season. Someone said Romania in the dead spot is a little bit too harsh. This is the thing I'll kick off with. When I initially looked at the running order, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, this all doesn't look that crazy to me, honestly. I think we said last night that Czech Republic would probably open the show. So Czech Republic's opening the show, not too crazy of an opener, and such a strong entry to kick off the show. I think I was one of those people that really loved the Czech Republic in the road up to Eurovision. And I think I was sort of nervous, like, will it hold on? Can it hold on? And I mean, it absolutely did hold on. And yes, Francesco, you're right. Czech Republic opening was probably a little bit of an obvious opener. Here's the thing, we're looking at a stage. Okay, yeah, Måneskin is not on the stage right now. But it is looking like a pretty cool staging for our previous winners here in the finals. So yeah, there's that. Okay. I want to see, what is this? There's like other things. Oh, you can have a glow. Oh, that's so interesting. I didn't know that we could have, okay, so Thomas, Alicia. Hi, Alicia. I think France's choice of recap is disastrous. We might end up at the bottom 3 because of that. I don't know if those things matter that much. Do you think they matter that much? I don't know. Okay. I'm trying to get rid of this one thing, but it won't go away. Okay, who knows? Someone said so many slow songs in the second half. All right, let's just kick this off. The first things that really stood out to me when we were doing the running order, obviously, was Czech Republic opening, which I think was an absolutely smart thing for them to do. And then I was sort of shocked that we had Romania up so early. I do think it isn't crazy to have it there because we get to kind of keep the party going. And I think it's really cool to think about it in that concept of, okay, let's keep the party going. We're going from Czech Republic to Romania. It's an upbeat song. It's a song that I think people have been singing along to. It has that kind of catchy appeal. So yeah, this is gonna like really bother me. I'm like, I don't know why this thing is like still showing. Oh, there we go, it's gone. Okay, next up we then have Portugal, which I'm like, okay, we're doing something that is sort of mid-tempo. It is a ballad, but then we lift back up with Finland. Yeah, we lift back up with Finland. Then we kind of pivot back down to Switzerland. Then we lift back up with France. And then we keep the party kind of going, transitioning on to Norway. And then we honestly have Armenia, which is really catchy and fun. And I think it has been sort of this song with a lot of ease. So then, yeah, we transition on to Armenia, which I don't think is crazy. And then we sort of go down to Italy a little bit, have our ballad, have our moment. And then we sort of pivot back up, and then we have Spain. Then we go down with the Netherlands. Then we get lifted back up with Ukraine. Germany, although a little bit slow, I think has a nice, like, kind of mid-tempo hit to it. Lithuania then has sort of that mid-tempo fun hit to it, but then we have a very clear ballad with Azerbaijan. Then we transition to Belgium, which is, I think, I wouldn't say it's a ballad. To me, this is like an R&B track, and it's in that R&B space. But then we do go to Greece, which I would say is a ballad, and then Iceland, folky sort of feel. But then we're back up with the party of Moldova. Then we have Sweden, then we have Australia, and then we're rocketing into space with the UK. Then we have Poland, and then we've got Serbia and Estonia. All in all, with people kind of thinking that this was like really like slow, I actually think that overall, no one is truly, truly hurt by this. David asks, UK sandwiched between Australia and Poland, help or hinder? I think it's served by this. I think it's actually in a really nice spot. What do you think about Spain? Yeah, I have a lot of questions about Spain. I think Spain, no matter where it was gonna be memorable. Okay, let me say that again. No matter where Spain was gonna be, it was gonna be memorable. You're not really gonna forget Spain. You're just not. I'll even say France. You're not gonna forget France. Like, you're just not. You know, do I think that there are some songs being muted a little bit? I don't know if I would have put Greece where they put it, if I'm being real. I just don't think that. Someone says, like, hi, Alicia, is it something you've heard about Ukraine possibly winning the jury, or is it based on a hunch? Based on a hunch and vibe. I mean, this is the thing. When I get to sit in America, I kind of get to keep I have like my blinders. I can kind of shield myself a little bit in a way that I think is good. And that's why I said this year, when I did my predictions, I really told myself that I was like, you know, I don't want to change. Hold on real quick. Alicia, has your opinion changed on Belgium? So this actually links to what I said originally. When I first did my predictions, and when we kind of came back here, I said that I really did want to hang my hat more so on my early predictions as opposed to I've seen the rehearsals. Because every time I see the rehearsals, then I sort of change my mind. Now, I will say there are times where it's just like, okay, typically what I think ends up being right about my change in predictions is the fact that I at least get to hear the execution, and mostly that's vocal. So I would say in a big way, I knew that I had Cyprus as solid because I didn't think that the vocal was going to be an issue with Cyprus. It proved to them be an issue, so it was very clear that we could get rid of Cyprus. I'd say another one like Georgia, I didn't think it was going to qualify, but you know, they're a little bit of a sleeper sensation. But once I saw the staging package, I knew that it wouldn't be enough to win over maybe casual folks, so I didn't want to rest my hat on that. Belgium, if you remember from my prediction video, I said that I had Belgium and Romania on the fence. Yeah, I had Belgium and Romania on the fence. Here's the thing. I think I have Belgium on the fence because of the genre and because of the running order. I think that Belgium was very much so served by the running order. Not saying like, oh, because he got that slot, he won. But he had the opportunity to really stand out. He had the opportunity to really leave a lasting impression in people's minds. Now, I had heard that the jury show, I didn't watch the jury show. I had heard that the jury show for Belgium was not good. And so that's why I was just like, okay, no, I think it's definitely out, because I do think that song needs to be executed well with the vocal. When I saw the rehearsal of Belgium, it seemed like he was struggling with his vocal, but it finished strong. My thing with Belgium is they really do suck at staging. And I think that Belgium could have been more of a threat had we had him styled differently and had we had a different package. Now, I have heard that they apparently had a totally different staging package for it, and in a couple of days they had to come up with something different, but that still doesn't excuse the styling. You know, that doesn't excuse the styling. And I think we could have been more inventive with the camera angles. I think Belgium could have been and could be more of a threat. Yeah. Alicia, did you get over Romania's qualification? You were so dismissive towards them. So what I saw was the semifinal performance, which was not great. The vocal wasn't great, and the staging, there was really no staging, and we didn't really even have styling. Romania, though, I always liked the studio cut. I think that's the thing that people forget. I liked the song, it just visually was not what I was feeling, and it was visually something that I just was like, I just don't really want to look at it. But I liked the song, and I think what ended up carrying it through is the track. It's a great song. Like, it's a great song. What else? Here we go. I'm glad Serbia got to perform 24th, deserved after the death slot. Well, but Serbia wasn't really in a death slot. Like, number 2, we say, is the death slot. Josh, what is your intuition as to what the juries are looking for? And thank you for the compliment. I don't know if it's even a matter of things. I just think, hello, Carrie. AG Andreas final without Ronella, though. Yeah. Thoughts on Estonia being the show closer? I think it's actually a good show closer. I really do. It's rousing, and I think it also kind of sort of is like what Armenia was, where it's sort of like an inoffensive song people can just latch onto, sing along to quickly, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. Brett, I actually really like Azerbaijan's position. I think it could move them around top 10. I don't know. Because this is the thing, I think the songs that are coming top 10 that maybe people weren't checking for would be maybe Estonia, which I thought Estonia was going to be top. I thought Estonia had the chance to be top 10. I think Serbia might be coming top 5. Yeah, I think Serbia might be coming top 5. There was another country that I thought of cracking the top 10 that I think some people didn't think would, but I think Estonia is the one that maybe some people didn't think, and I could totally see it. Don't you think the Netherlands will be hurt by being after Spain and before Ukraine? Possibly, but I never thought that the Netherlands was gonna like win. I had it as sort of my honorable mention winners circle, but you know, I still stood by my 5. T, the other one, who becomes forgettable being squeezed between 2 other songs? Mine's Armenia. Yeah, Armenia could fade, but that's because it's in that early bunch. I think Switzerland, too, could fade. I think, you know, being so early and between Finland, being between France, and then followed by Norway, I don't know if Switzerland will stick around. Marius, I think Serbia is a strong dark horse. Original, post-COVID context, running order, 1 million views on YouTube, all the Balkan vote, yeah. I think Serbia is coming top 5. Yeah. Dan S., the odds have Ukraine at 60% chance of winning. What's your estimation? Okay, y'all, I think Ukraine is winning. I think Ukraine is going to have a decisive win. I don't think it's going to be split. I think that the jury is going to have Ukraine winning, and I think the televote is going to be having Ukraine winning. I think the other televote potential gems, Serbia, I think is up there for the televote. I think Moldova is actually, this was the other one. I think Moldova could come top 10. It's something really joyful about it. At one point, I almost was thinking, just because Romania is so catchy, and now it's the only one in our sound, but I think it coming so early, we'll have to let that go. I think Moldova could be cracking the top 10. Definitely the top 10 of the televote, if not the top 5 of the televote, Moldova. So yeah. Anna, can Portugal still have a chance for top 10? I think Portugal might be too early for top 10. I don't know. I think Portugal could be a little bit early for top 10. Netherlands might still have an opportunity for top 10. That's possible. That's possible. DH, Ukraine, DH simulations. Ukraine won't win, in my humble opinion. I hope it does well, but in my opinion, there are stronger songs in the final. I think Ukraine is winning. Here's the thing that Ukraine is occupying as well that I think a lot of people are forgetting about. There is nothing like it. Serbia gets that benefit too. There's nothing like it. DJ Sherbert, do you think Ukraine is getting anywhere close to Salvador's record? Because this year, I think we have more points to be allocated. Yeah, yeah. Thoughts on Spain losing? I mean, here's the thing. The sense that I have gotten from being here, because I've been asking this question all Eurovision season long, and I just want to take this moment real quickly just to say thank you to everyone watching. We've got tons of people watching this stream right now, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hopping into my coverage this whole entire year. I really, really do appreciate this. I tweeted this out this morning because I think as deep as in the contest as I can get sometimes, I think some people have a tendency to maybe mistake some of my fervency and like predictions for thinking that I have any level of power. To me, the beauty of all of this is the fact that I have no power. I really just get to sit from the sidelines. I can't vote. I can't really do anything but sit and kind of spectate and try and listen to my itch and my intuition. And I also happen to be a little bit of a nerd, so looking at trends and patterns and seeing how things will go. But ultimately, it is fun for me to watch. And although I like to poke at the staging and think about like different scenarios and things like that, for me that is fun. For me, that is a fun thing to do. Yeah. So I don't want anyone to think, oh, Alicia, just have fun. This is fun for me. This is really fun for me. Alejandro asks, who's benefited the most from the running order? Ooh, Serbia. They could have attempted to play Serbia. I was almost waiting for it because they kind of played Serbia in the semifinal, okay? They kind of played them in the final, and I'm very happy to see that they did not play them with this running order right now, because I think Serbia is coming right where it needs to come to lift us up. And just do it. I'm excited. Ionis, don't forget that people will see SloMo for the very first time. It could come second in the I think Spain could come very high in the televote. I could see it third. But here's where. I'm forgetting. Oh, so wait. Cali Stir. I actually think that Ukraine will only be about 7th, 8th with the German. I don't agree. That's a sense I sort of had before being here. Before being here, I was kind of like, oh yeah, I could see the jury maybe having it like 6th, maybe 5th. But no, I don't think it's happening. Being here, getting a sense, and I would also say, being here, getting a sense, Romania was another one. I'm like, oh no, so y'all feeling this. Y'all feeling it. Because I'm like, I don't know the pulse. And that's the question I've been asking all year. It's just like, yeah, what's the mood of Europe? Vergod, Alicia, they grouped all the favorites. First group, France and Norway. Second group, Italy, Spain, the Netherlands, and Ukraine. Third group, Sweden, Australia, UK, Poland, and Serbia. Yeah, that might be real. That might be real. Craig, in your opinion, who has the best staging? Honestly, I love what the Czech Republic is doing with the staging. I also think that Portugal listened to my critique a little bit when it came to the staging, and I think that they just would have had the 2 female singers. Greece is still a